though, a city turned out in force today to watch the unveiling of a statue of Brian Clough.
5,000 people were there, including his family, former players and fans from all over the country who came to honour him.
Brian Clough, a footballing legend, was the man who led Derby County and Nottingham Forest to football championships and made history with Forest by winning the European Cup not once but twice.
Well, let's have a look at him now. He's with Natalie Jackson, who's in Nottingham's Market Square for us this evening.
Yes, finally it is here, Dominic, this wonderful statue of Brian Clough, 8 feet tall, this beautiful bronze statue, and it really has been a special day here in the Market Square today. So let's take a look back at today's events. A lasting tribute to a footballing genius and a man that so many loved. His wife Barbara Clough was there to carry out the unveiling. It's a moving ceremony.
He would be surprised, but he wouldn't, if you know what I mean. He had a real bond with them, and I think it shows today.
His whole family were there too, including sons Nigel and Simon. And in his first ever television interview today, Simon told us how their loss is felt as strong as ever.
We do miss him hugely on a daily basis, and every time we go out for a meal or to any sort of event at all, there's always one person missing. And that takes some getting used to, but that's no different for anybody else, I'm sure. You know, every other family must feel the same when they lose somebody, and it certainly doesn't get any easier as time goes on.
First of all, I think we've got more skillful players than you to take corners, and secondly, you're one of the best in the club. Get in there, that's what I pay you for.
No one in football has achieved what Brian Clough did. He united 2 rival cities in Derby and Nottingham with his sporting success. And today, 4 years after his death, thousands gathered to see this lasting tribute, among them his former players.
Great memories of Brian Clough. We also say that we grew up with him, so probably without him we wouldn't be where we are today. So it's only quite natural that we come down and celebrate this day with him.
There's that many memories. I mean, to take this provincial club to where he took it, it's just phenomenal, really, you know, and we'll always be indebted to him.
It's a tribute to a very special man that changed part of footballing history in this city. So, you know, it's a nice tribute, a statue in his honour, and just delighted to be here.
Nottingham Forest was a part of his life, and it was very, very successful. Possibly one of the greatest managers English football will ever see.
It'd be nice if they had a little green jumper on there. But no, it looks nice. It's very nice.
You look at him and, you know, it's as if he's still alive, you know, it's as if he's still here. You know, I think everyone connected has done a magnificent job on it.
The current Nottingham Forest team were there, and the international artist who made the sculpture.
I've had so many compliments from people who knew him, who were friends, known him for 20 years, who say, that's him, I've captured him. So I'm pleased, you know, that's the accolade that I was looking for.
Nottingham's old Market Square was the scene of so many of Clough's greatest celebrations. It's fitting that a statue of the great man now stands there. Well, isn't it a wonderful likeness? It looks like he's looking down on us here tonight, and I have 2 special guests with me too. Paul Ellis, who's the chairman of the Statue Fund. So, Paul, how difficult was it to get to this stage?
Very difficult, but not so enjoyable, but difficult. About a year and a half to raise the money, and then another year and a half to get to this today. But what a great day.
Cost £70,000, you know, the Nottingham Forest and the City Council chipped in, but it was mainly fans, and isn't it worth it?
It absolutely is, and it's credit to the people of Nottingham, because they contributed towards it. They took part in all the events that they did. They bought the badges, the sweatshirts, they helped us by donating money. It was them that it's for, and it's to recognise what he did for Nottingham. It can't be nothing better than this. Fantastic.
Thanks very much, brilliant. And with us is Garry Birtles, Nottingham Forest legend. Gary, what are your thoughts today? It's been a remarkable day.
It's been a fantastic day. You saw the turnout from the public. It was absolutely brilliant. And I think that's what Brian Clough brought to this city. He brought belief, and he put the city on the map. Before you went abroad and it was, oh, where do you come from? Nottingham, oh, Robin Hood. But then, after the European days, it was Brian Clough, Nottingham Forest. And he brought so much to this city, prosperity-wise. It was absolutely fantastic. And the absolute statue is fantastic.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, that's it from me for the moment, but we'll have more from here later in the programme. We'll be hearing from Brian Clough's widow, Barbara Clough.
Natalie Jackson, thank you.